Precision Aerobatics Extra MX, one on my must-have list as soon as I saw it the first time. Now a few months into my return to RC flying, I feel like I can handle this plane, so I got one. And I'd find out almost immediately that this plane flies way easier than I thought it would. The folks at Precision Aerobatics kept all of the lines that made the Extra such a good-looking airplane. Plus they kept all of the proportions that make this plane fly so well. You get painted fiberglass wheel pants with this kit, but I went with the carbon fiber ones. Since I fly exclusively on a grass field, I put 3-inch wheels on it and jacked the wheel pants up just a little bit to give them some room. The transparent covering on the bottom of the wing lets us see all of the laser cut pieces and the engineering that makes this plane so light and strong. And you can see the carbon fiber that they use to reinforce this plane to make it even stronger. The factory even installs the hinges for the ailerons, so that's all set up when you get it. All you do is install the servo and make the linkage up. The ailerons are actually recessed into the wing a little bit, so there's very little air bleeding through here. The canopy is all finished and ready to go when you get it. And the canopy is secured to the fuselage with 4 tough magnets, so you don't have to take any screws out, and it stays put once you put it there. The Extra MX is designed to be hammered around the sky. In addition to the carbon fiber and structure of the wings, you also get this carbon fiber wing tube. The wings are pre-fit at the factory, and the index in the holes in the fuselage are carbon fiber pins that are already installed in the wings. This way, every time you install the wing, the incidence is perfect and the plane flies as it's supposed to. The fuselage is also made of all laser-cut carbon fiber reinforced pieces that has been engineered very well. The blue tape is just a marker for me for when I'm installing the battery packs because their position controls the CG. The tail feathers are fully built up symmetrical airfoil shapes, so they're all flying surfaces. There's no flat pieces back there. Flat looks okay, airfoils fly better. And the elevator is also completely airfoil shaped. And when you take the Extra MX out of the box, it already has all the covering and graphics applied. The cowl also comes fully painted and cut and ready to be installed. Here you can see the motor mount structure, and this is important as this piece is all built for you. We do have to attach the structure to the fuselage, but that goes in pre-cut slots and you just cannot get it wrong. This structure is engineered to be very light, but it's also very rigid. Even the bracing pieces are pre-cut and ready to be attached. When you look at the motor structure from the top, you see one of the reasons this is so important. The exact thrust angles needed are built into the structure so you can't get it wrong. Thrust angles are critical to how a plane performs, and I'm real happy to see these built into the kit. Of course, the most important thing is how the plane flies when you get it in the air. And I just can't be happier with how this plane flies. This video is taken literally the 3rd time I took this plane out, and it's already very comfortable and handles great. One of the first things I do with a new plane is shoot a bunch of touch and goes so I get the feel of what it takes to land it. And the Extra MX handles so well, you can see I can start getting brave on takeoff too. We tried several times to video the Extra MX taking off and then going vertical, but it just kept faking out the cameraman. The other problem is that even when the camera keeps up with the plane keeps getting real small real fast. And right in here is where it pretty much disappeared to the camera. I found that if you hold it in a spin, it's easier to find it when it comes back down once you've lost sight of it. All of the Precision Aerobatics airplanes that I've flown recover easily, so I can let this spin down to where people around me are starting to get nervous. An important point that I want to make about this airplane and everything I've flown from Precision Aerobatics is that you don't have to be a 3D pilot to fly one. Set on low rates, this Extra is very stable in the sky, but you can kick it up to high rates and it'll do all of the aerobatics. I'm not an aerobatic pilot by any means. I've actually only been back into the sport for about 3 months now. I started out flying this Extra on the low rates as prescribed in the manual, and I've been sneaking up on the higher rates. This is literally my first half-hearted try at a knife edge loop, and even though I did it all wrong, the plane didn't get all goofy on me, and it was easy to recover and fly it around and try it again. This is like day 4 of me flying the Precision Aerobatics Extra MX, and I'm already getting comfortable with things like knife edge because this plane is very stable when you do it. This is one of my early attempts at knife edge, and it felt so comfortable that I started getting too far away, so I just pushed them down the elevator and it turned it around, holding knife edge, and flew it back across the field. Another thing is that flying with two 3S packs as per the instructions, I'm getting 6.5 minutes of flight time on it and could go longer. If you're looking for an airplane that'll do all the 3D and aerobatics you want, but let you work your way up to that level, you need to take a hard look at the Precision Aerobatics Extra MX. This is a great airplane for learning that kind of aerobatics on. And when you're not in the aerobatics mood, the Extra is a nice flying airplane just to spend an afternoon at the field.